Okay, start the clock. Speaking of the clock, it's been a long time since this book came to you, and there's a story behind it. Well, the book was given to me. We had a screening of Last Temptation of Christ at the end of August 1988. It was a screening for all the religious groups and other leaders, civic leaders, as they say, who were complaining about the film but hadn't seen it yet. And so we showed kind of a rough cut, right, about 2 hours and 45, 50 minutes, whatever. And Tom Pollock and everybody, Tom was head of Universal Pictures, Gartrinsky, Casey Silver, I think. We all had a little reception afterwards, see if anybody would come and talk about it with us. And one of the key persons who came over, very, very few, I think he was the only one, wasn't he? With his wife? I think I had a friend of mine who was a priest, John Keenan was there. But I think he was the only one, Archbishop Paul Moore of the Episcopal Church in New York, St. John the Divine. He came over with his wife. He said the film is Christologically correct. It's the first time I had heard the word. But I'm glad it was correct. And in any event, we had a conversation for a few hours at dinner. It was remarkable. And at the end of which he said, I'm going to give you a book about faith. And he said, read that and think further. And a couple of days I got the book, and within a couple of months we were shooting Goodfellas, and by the end of that, took the book with me to Japan to be in a film that Akira Kurosawa was directing called Dreams, who wanted me to play this part. And I finished the book on the bullet train from Tokyo to Kyoto, and I knew immediately I wanted to make the film. And the only problem was I had no idea how.
What was it? Why?
Because it went, my whole life has been involved with Roman Catholicism, the church, more than that, more than the institution, really the message, the tenets of Christianity, and how one could really be a Christian in this world. And so, you read C.S. Lewis, you read Dorothy Day, you read some of Thomas Merton, I couldn't read all of it. Simone Weil, you read, I don't know how this is amazing to me. I always wanted to make a film about the modern day saint, so to speak. But in any event, I knew that I was aiming in the direction of Temptation of Christ, but when that was finished, along with all the controversy and discussion, I needed more. I just needed more. I had to keep thinking about it and working on it and thinking about what it all means or doesn't mean. In other words, that it exists and how to live within that. Not to figure it out, but to live with it. And so when I read the book, I knew it had something much deeper than I had imagined for even Last Temptation. And so it took many years for me to be able to try to find a way to interpret the book for film and on words on the page and then film on the screen.
Yeah. So obviously deeply personal. Has the process of making the film given you any kind of clarity or resolution to make a film about something that you feel unresolved about? Is that a different kind of film for you?
No, I was very fortunate to be able to do it because in doing it, in the process of making it, or in this case even trying to get it made over all these years, which was a knockdown, drag-out battle, we're living it. We're exploring it. You don't find an answer, and it's so annoying when you don't have the answer in some of these movies that end, you don't know really what happened, But it's so, for me, it took on, I think, in actuality, what happened alongside trying to get the film made and trying to write the script with Jay Cox, where we tried a few versions, it didn't work. There were lots of legal problems, lots of financial problems throughout, but also I lived a life, and I got older. And a few things happen in your personal life, and then values start to change, or get more, I should say change, but clarify. And that's all there is.
So, Thelma, make this